Purple and welcome back to a new video. So this video is going to be about the new Spring Festival Adventure or the Easter egg hunt, however you want to call it. And I divided this video into two sections. So first I'm going to talk about the map that I created, and second I'm going to talk about some tips on how you can finish the adventure faster. And I know that a lot of people don't have trouble with this adventure, but some people still struggle to find all of the eggs. So this is for the people that find it difficult to find all of the eggs and finish the adventure, or for the people that just want to finish the adventure faster. So first I'm going to talk about the map that I created and that you can see on the screen right now. And the pink dots represent the eggs that you have to find, and there's 100 of them. The blue dots represent where you can find water, and the red dots represent the patches of dirt that you have to water in order to get a present. So from the patches of dirt you can get one present if you're a non-member and two presents if you're a member. Moving on, the yellow dots represent the chest, which contain gems, and the blue dots represent the areas where 4 people need to dance in order to get a present. So the second thing that I want to talk about are some tips on how to finish the adventure faster. These apply mostly to the people that don't like working with maps, which I admit I don't like working with maps, so I never really do these adventures with a map. And these tips really help me a lot, and they minimize the time that you spend in the adventure. The first tip is to divide your map into small sections and work on one section at a time. What I mean by one section is the area that is circled on the map right now. So first you look through that area, and once you're done with that, you can move on to the next section. The second tip is, if you can, do the adventure with a flying animal. That doesn't mean that other animals cannot complete the adventure, it's just a lot faster to do it with a flying animal. For example, if there's not a lot of people in the adventure and you need 4 people to dance on one spot in order to get a present, flying animals can just go over that and pick up the present for themselves and don't need to wait for the 4 people. But the best thing about this is, if there's a lot of people in the adventure, flying animals can still help and count as one of the 4 animals that are required to dance in a spot in order to get the present. The third tip is to always, or as most of the time as you can, have water with you. So this applies to the people who don't like working with maps, because if you work with a map, you already know where the water is and where a dirt patch is, so you're not surprised when you find one. But if you're not working with a map, you can find a dirt patch and not have water with you, and it just gets a lot harder because you might forget where the dirt patch is and not get the present. So you should have water with you always, or as much of the time as you can. For the fourth tip, you need to have a flying animal, but if you do have a flying animal, there is a special flying pattern that allows you to minimize your chances of missing eggs. So for example, you choose one section of the map and then you fly in straight lines all across the map from the top of the section to the bottom of the section. This is a little bit hard to explain, so there's a video right now in the top right corner of the screen showing you what I mean by the flying pattern. The fifth tip is to have your sound on. Now, I know that sounds can get annoying at times, and I do admit, when I'm walking around Juma or just hanging in my den, I usually turn my sound on just because the music annoys me sometimes, but for this adventure you should have your sounds on. So when you go or fly over an egg, it makes a sound. The sound is basically the button that pops up for you to pick an egg. So basically, if you don't see the egg, if you miss an egg, you will still hear the sound and immediately stop and basically be able to get the egg. So that will save you a lot of time with the adventure, and this will also prevent you from not finding one or 2 last eggs of the adventure and having to search all of the map all over again. And the sixth and final tip is to have fun. These adventures are meant to be fun, and you should have fun while doing the adventure. I played the adventure a couple of times and it is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it so far, and you should also play it a couple times, not just one time, because there are many items that you don't get on your first try, because there's a lot more items that there are present. So you should play it a couple times, because I did get quite a few items, and if you like nature items, this adventure is for you because it features a lot of nature items and I just love them. So these are all of the tips that I have for you, and I hope you find them useful. But this is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!